Don't we hear this on Sally and Oprah every day? Well, there was this one woman in your same situation.
Lela Rochon is a name we all recognize from her iconic roles in Waiting to Exhale and The Renewal. However, behind the fame and success, her life has taken a tragic turn. From the fallout from her marriage to director Antoine Fuqua to the emotional toll it's had on her, Lela's journey has been far from what the public imagined. If you thought you knew everything about her, think again. Her journey might leave you speechless. Prepare to be shocked when we reveal the truth behind her transformation and what she's been dealing with in recent years. Lela Rochon's journey through a series of challenging events began with her troubled marriages. Her first marriage was to Adolfo Quinones, the dancer and actor better known as Shabba-Doo. They tied the knot in 1982, but by 1987 they had divorced. At the time, both were rising stars in the entertainment industry. Shabba-Doo gaining recognition as a breakdancer, and Rochon starting to build her career as an actress. Despite their shared success in the spotlight, their marriage eventually came to an end, prompting Rochon to turn the page to a new chapter in her personal life. 5 years after her divorce, Rochon found love once again, this time with acclaimed director Antoine Fuqua. Known for films like Training Day, Fuqua would become not just her partner, but also a key part of their shared commitment to family. Rochon, already known for her roles in Waiting to Exhale, Harlem Nights, and Ruby Bridges, met Fuqua under almost fateful circumstances. Their first meeting took place in 1997 in Hong Kong, a city that would come to hold special meaning for the couple. Rochon was there promoting her movie Knock Off alongside Jean-Claude Van Damme, while Fuqua was working on The Replacement Killers. Their timing was remarkable. This was the year of the historic handover of Hong Kong from Britain to China, a moment of global significance that brought the world together in celebration. Rochon still recalls their first encounter as though it were yesterday, describing it as love at first sight. Their connection was instant, and what followed was a night neither of them would ever forget. They spent the entire evening exploring Hong Kong's vibrant nightlife, moving from party to party, soaking up the electric energy of the city. It was the night of the handover when China was regaining control from Britain, Rochon Fuqua remembers. There was this massive celebration, and we met at a party in Hong Kong. It was pretty much love at first sight. We spent the whole night together hopping around the island, going to parties because over there people party all night and sleep during the day. Their unforgettable time in Hong Kong had a lasting impact on both of them. The bond they shared was so deep that they decided to name their daughter Asia in honor of the place where their love story began. Laughing, Rochon admits, "It might sound a little cheesy, but we named our daughter Asia. It just felt right." However, Lela Rochon faced a heartbreaking and profound loss while filming the law enforcement TV series The Division. During that time, her work demands were extremely high, with long hours and heavy responsibilities. As her pregnancy progressed, the pressure of her schedule became overwhelming. The entertainment industry, as Rochon soon learned, isn't always kind or accommodating, especially for expectant mothers. The grueling hours, sometimes 16 to 20 hours a day, took a serious toll on her physical and emotional well-being. At 5 months pregnant, just entering her second trimester, Rochon tragically suffered a miscarriage. The loss was devastating, and it marked one of the darkest moments of her life. The emotional and physical pain was made even worse by the industry's lack of support for her situation. The relentless demands of her job left her with little room to prioritize her health, ultimately leading to tragic consequences. In the wake of her miscarriage, Rochon made the difficult decision to leave the show. She realized that her health and recovery needed to come first. Taking time off to heal both physically and emotionally became a priority. This break was crucial for her well-being, and after some time, she found herself pregnant again. This time, she was determined to avoid the same complications. Rochon followed strict medical advice, which included bed rest for the final months of her pregnancy. She made sure to lie on her side, as recommended by her doctors, in order to protect her baby's health. After the profound loss she experienced during her first pregnancy, Lela Rochon decided to take a different path for her second pregnancy. The stressful work schedule and physical toll of her first pregnancy had contributed to the miscarriage, and it was a painful reminder of how important it was to put her health and family first. When she became pregnant again, Rochon chose to step back from her career. This time, her focus was solely on her health and the well-being of her baby. She made sure to rest and recover, taking extra care to follow her doctor's orders. By staying in bed for the final months of her pregnancy and lying on her side, she did everything she could to ensure a healthier and safer pregnancy. Lela Rochon's efforts to prioritize her family paid off when her daughter Asia was born healthy and happy. For Rochon, Asia's birth marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life, one where her role as a mother would take precedence over her career. Unlike many Hollywood stars who rely on nannies, Rochon was determined to be a hands-on mom. She made it clear that Asia would not have a Hollywood nanny. Instead, she involved her daughter in nearly every aspect of her and her husband, Antoine Fuqua's, lives, bringing Asia along wherever they went. On the rare occasions when they couldn't take Asia with them, Rochon's mother would step in to help, underscoring the family's close-knit, personal approach to childcare. Rochon's dedication to her daughter and her decision to keep her family circle small reflected her deep love and commitment to her role as a mother. Though motherhood became her main focus, Lela Rochon didn't let go of her acting career. After giving birth to her daughter Asia, she initially took the time she needed to adjust to her new role as a mother. It was a huge life shift, and she dedicated herself fully to nurturing her baby, taking a break from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood. However, just 9 weeks after Asia's birth, the offers for film and TV roles started rolling in, demonstrating that Rochon's appeal and talent were still in demand. Despite this, she felt that returning to work so soon wasn't the right decision. She was determined to take the time she needed to fully embrace her new life and motherhood before diving back into her career. The intense pressure of being in the public eye and the demands of Hollywood only intensified her desire to take a step back and prioritize her family. When Rochon eventually felt ready to return to her acting career, she did so with a completely different mindset. The experience of giving birth, coupled with the profound joy of motherhood, changed her perspective on life. She had gone through a series of personal losses, and these life events gave her a deeper appreciation for what truly mattered: family, health, and fulfillment. This new outlook led her to approach her career differently. She became more selective about the roles she pursued, opting for projects that aligned with her values and resonated with her personally. Rochon was no longer just looking for success. She was focused on balance and personal happiness, reshaping her career to reflect her more grounded priorities. Turning to Antoine Fuqua, Lela Rochon's husband, he shared his own challenges of balancing work with family life. In an interview, Fuqua opened up about the emotional toll his career takes on him and the importance of his family's support. "For me, it's my family and my work. I couldn't do this without them. It's too difficult and too painful without them," Fuqua shared. His career as a director and producer often demands long hours and the stress of managing multiple high-profile projects, which can leave him emotionally drained. He used to describe the isolation that comes with it. "When I come home and review all the film shots from that day, I pretty much do that until 2 a.m., and sometimes I'm up and out by 5 a.m. Not seeing your family is tough. It's a lonely job," Fuqua explained. The long hours on set left little time for family, making it a constant challenge to maintain a strong connection with his loved ones. Understanding the significance of family, Fuqua made a bold decision to involve his loved ones in his work as much as possible. He made it a priority to have them with him during shoots, ensuring they stayed close despite the demanding nature of his career. That's why I committed to taking the family with me while shooting. I need them, Fuqua admitted, stressing that his family wasn't just a priority, they were essential to his well-being. It wasn't just about keeping them nearby, it was about creating a sense of unity and support, even while juggling his high-pressure job. The Fuqua family, his 10-year-old son Zachary and their infant daughter Asia, made it a point to stay together whenever they could. Rochon, always a steadfast partner, expressed how proud she was of her husband. "It's really exciting," she shared. "Our marriage is very clear. I have to be strong and trust a lot." Her words reflected the trust and mutual respect that had been the foundation of their relationship, a bond that seemed unbreakable. But that trust was shattered when their marriage was rocked by a scandal that no one saw coming. The couple, once admired for their seemingly solid relationship, found themselves thrust into the unforgiving spotlight when Antoine Fuqua, a well-known Hollywood director, was caught in a compromising situation with actress Nicole Murphy. The photos, which showed the two embracing in an intimate moment while on a trip in Italy, exploded across social media, sending shockwaves through the media world. This wasn't just a personal betrayal, it was a public spectacle. The images ignited a firestorm of gossip and speculation, leaving the couple's once private relationship under a microscope and subject to constant scrutiny. The pressure was unbearable as the world watched, and the public demanded answers. Nicole Murphy, who had previously lived her life largely out of the media's constant gaze, was suddenly thrust into the center of the scandal. She quickly became the target of a wave of public outrage. The backlash was immediate and unforgiving. Murphy, who had been known primarily for her career in modeling and acting, was now branded a homewrecker by tabloid outlets and social media users alike. Every post and every headline seemed to amplify the intense negativity surrounding her. People focused not only on Fuqua's infidelity, but on Murphy's role in the affair, further complicating the narrative. For Lela Rochon, the pain of the situation was overwhelming and constant. The betrayal she felt from the affair was already a deep wound, but having her private life exposed to the world through every news outlet made the situation even more unbearable. She had built a life of privacy and stability, only for it to be shattered when the photos of her husband with Nicole Murphy surfaced. The emotional toll of the betrayal was magnified when the details of her marriage were spread across every major publication, turning her personal pain into a spectacle. She was forced to confront the emotional fallout of the scandal on a global stage, with no escape from the relentless media scrutiny. Articles, posts, and TV segments seemed to appear endlessly, each one dissecting her marriage and speculating about its future. In some ways, it felt like a never-ending cycle of public humiliation. Friends and family were also thrust into the spotlight, as everyone had an opinion on her marriage and how she should handle the situation. As if that wasn't enough, social media quickly turned the scandal into an online frenzy. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook became battlegrounds, with everyone, whether fans or critics, voicing their opinions. What had started as a few photos taken at a hotel pool in Italy spiraled into something far bigger as people shared their thoughts, often without knowing the full story behind the images. The anonymity of social media only fueled the hurt, with strangers online offering unsolicited advice or cruel commentary. Lela was left to navigate the emotional turmoil of dealing with betrayal, not just from her husband, but from the public as well, who felt entitled to judge her life without understanding her reality. Public opinion was quick and harsh. Many immediately turned on Fuqua, calling him unfaithful and unworthy of Rochon's love and trust. Others focused their anger on Nicole Murphy, accusing her of being a homewrecker who had crossed the line by showing affection for a married man. The backlash toward Murphy was intense, with some even accusing her of trying to destroy Rochon and Fuqua's marriage. But not all responses were negative. Many people rallied around Lela Rochon, offering words of encouragement and understanding as she navigated the emotional turmoil following the scandal. Fans and supporters recognized the immense pain she must have been enduring, and they praised her for maintaining strength and dignity throughout the ordeal. They acknowledged the toll that public humiliation can take on a person, especially someone as beloved as Rochon, and encouraged her to rise above the scandal. These supporters emphasized the importance of focusing on her family, her career, and her own well-being as she moved forward, encouraging her to not let the negativity define her. Meanwhile, there were others who viewed the whole situation through a different lens, one that stripped away the humanity of it all. To some, the scandal was just another celebrity spectacle, a juicy story for the media to feast on. They became fixated on the drama and the sensational aspects, treating it like an episode of a reality TV show. To them, the real emotional toll of the situation was secondary. They were more concerned with the shock value and the next surprising twist. While Rochon faced an intense public battle, these contrasting responses illustrated the divide between those who truly empathize with her and those who only saw her as part of a fleeting, dramatic narrative. Eventually, Nicole Murphy decided to speak out. In a statement to TMZ, she took responsibility for her actions, acknowledging the pain they had caused. "Without going into the entire situation," she said, "I want to apologize to my family and to Lela and Fuqua's family for what happened." She tried to downplay the incident, describing the kiss as a friendly hello between two family friends. However, her explanation did little to calm the public or halt the relentless media coverage that continued to surround the scandal. Nicole Murphy's appearance on The Wendy Williams Show marked a pivotal moment in the aftermath of the scandal that had deeply affected her, Antoine Fuqua, and Lela Rochon. The media storm that followed the photos of Murphy and Fuqua, captured in a warm embrace at a hotel pool in Italy, left no room for privacy and put everyone involved in the spotlight. During an emotional and candid interview, Murphy addressed the controversy head-on, offering her version of events and delivering a sincere apology to those impacted by the situation. The images, which quickly spread across tabloids and social media, had ignited a whirlwind of gossip, speculation, and public judgment, intensifying the pressure on Murphy to set the record straight. In the interview, Murphy shared that she had not intended to disrespect Fuqua's marriage to Lela Rochon, acknowledging that the photos and their appearance had been deeply hurtful. Murphy's attempt to clarify the situation was part of a larger effort to regain control over the narrative, as she faced questions about her relationship with Fuqua and the circumstances surrounding their meeting. The media frenzy had left her, Fuqua, and Rochon at the center of an ongoing scandal, with headlines and rumors overshadowing their personal lives. Murphy also expressed regret, explaining that the encounter was a moment of poor judgment, and that she understood the pain it caused, particularly for Rochon, who had been quietly dealing with the emotional fallout of the scandal in private. "Trust me, I wish it didn't happen," she told Wendy Williams, admitting the encounter was a mistake she wished she could undo. She didn't shy away from acknowledging her poor choices, offering a genuine apology, especially to Lela Rochon. "It was a moment where I should have thought things through more carefully and made better decisions. I'm truly sorry for the hurt it caused," Murphy said, her words reflecting deep remorse. Murphy also provided more context to the situation, shedding light on the circumstances surrounding her trip to Italy with Antoine Fuqua. She clarified that they were both in the country for separate reasons. Fuqua was there to attend a prestigious film festival, while she was there for business purposes. This distinction was important to Murphy, as she aimed to clear up any misconceptions that had arisen from the scandalous photos that had surfaced. She wanted to make it clear that their relationship wasn't what the public might have assumed from those images, emphasizing that their encounter was purely coincidental and unintentional. A pivotal moment in the interview came when Murphy addressed a statement that had been issued on her behalf shortly after the scandal broke. The statement claimed that Fuqua was simply a family friend, a description that Murphy swiftly and strongly denied. "That's 100% fake news," she declared, rejecting the narrative that had been put out. Murphy went on to explain that at the time the statement was released, she was on a flight back from Europe and had no opportunity to respond or control the unfolding situation. The timing, she noted, made it impossible for her to set the record straight, which led to her frustration with how the entire situation had been handled without her input. Murphy was also quick to dismiss any connection between herself and the affair rumors involving McCoy's ex-husband. "It's not true," she firmly said, directly refuting McCoy's allegations. She pointed out that McCoy's ex-husband had publicly denied the claims, adding, "He released a statement saying it's not true, but no one seemed to care about that." By highlighting the media's lack of attention to McCoy's husband's denial, Murphy subtly shifted the focus, suggesting that key facts were being overlooked. Turning the focus back to her own situation, Nicole Murphy used the platform to reflect deeply on her actions and the aftermath of the scandal. She openly acknowledged that her encounter with Antoine Fuqua was a major lapse in judgment, one that she regretted profoundly. "It was a moment that should never have happened. I regret it," she confessed without hesitation, clearly affected by the consequences of her choices. Murphy framed the incident as a personal mistake, emphasizing that she, like everyone else, is capable of error. "I apologize for it. I'm human, and it was a mistake in that moment," she said, showing genuine regret and admitting that her understanding of Fuqua's marriage had been misguided. She expressed that the situation had caught her off guard and was not something she would ever want to repeat. In this moment, Murphy was not only apologizing for her actions, but also acknowledging the impact they had on Fuqua's family, particularly his wife, Lela Rochon. In a heartfelt moment, Murphy directed her apology straight to Lela Rochon. "Darling, it was a mistake. I'm so sorry." This was Murphy's way of taking responsibility for the hurt her actions might have caused, hoping to make things right with Rochon, who had been thrust into the public eye as a result of the scandal. Murphy's admission reflected a sense of personal accountability, and her attempt to publicly address the pain she caused was, in many ways, a step towards healing, both for herself and for those affected by the incident. Despite Nicole Murphy's heartfelt apology, Lela Rochon chose to remain silent. Following the release of the photos, she deleted her social media accounts, a move that many saw as her way of coping with the overwhelming public scrutiny. Later, when she was spotted wearing her wedding ring, it seemed to signal that, amidst the chaos, she was holding on to a sense of normalcy and commitment to her marriage. In the wake of the scandal involving Antoine Fuqua and Nicole Murphy, Lela Rochon made a bold decision to keep her life private. While many celebrities might have rushed to make public statements or give interviews, Rochon chose a different path. She kept quiet, wanting to shield her personal life from further media attention and demonstrate that her privacy mattered even amid the intense focus on the situation. Her silence, though open to different interpretations, became a powerful message. In a time when the line between public and private life is often blurred, her decision showed a quiet strength. By staying out of the media spotlight and not commenting on the situation, Rochon made it clear that she needed space and respect. She wanted to keep certain parts of her life private, no matter what the public might think. This approach also raised bigger questions about how the media handles personal matters. The ethics of covering the private lives of people, especially those who aren't public figures, became a key topic after the scandal. While celebrities often face media scrutiny, the way Rochon's situation was covered made people question the boundaries of reporting and the responsibility of the press. As the scandal unfolded, Lela Rochon went through a period of personal growth. The public attention and the betrayal from her husband forced her to reflect on who she was and what she truly valued. Instead of letting the scandal define her, Rochon used it as a turning point for self-improvement. She didn't just try to cope with the immediate aftermath, but used the experience to grow stronger and more self-aware. This period helped her find clarity about herself and gave her the strength to move forward. A major part of Rochon's personal growth was learning to reflect on herself. The scandal forced her to confront difficult emotions and uncomfortable truths, but this process helped her gain a deeper understanding of who she really was and what truly mattered to her. During this period of reflection, she had the chance to reassess her priorities and shift her focus toward living authentically, no longer worried about what others thought of her. By confronting her emotions and establishing new boundaries, she was able to rebuild her self-confidence and take control of her life once again. In her journey of growth, Rochon also prioritized surrounding herself with supportive people and engaging in activities that nurtured her well-being. Whether it was focusing on her mental and emotional health, exploring new passions, or strengthening the relationships she already had, these steps provided her with the stability she needed. They helped her regain control over the areas of her life that had been shaken by the scandal, allowing her to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. On top of that, Rochon's path to self-discovery was all about staying true to herself, maintaining her dignity, and keeping some things private despite all the media attention. By keeping certain aspects of her life to herself, she showed that she valued her privacy and independence. This choice reflected her strength and determination to move forward on her own terms, no matter the pressure, no matter the... What do you think about the tough situation Lela Rochon went through? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.